Because the fact of the matter is, there are no black people. There are no white people. There are no Hispanic people. There are no Asian people. There's only but one color that matters, and that is the color of red, white.
That was Pastor Mark Burns at a Donald Trump rally on Sunday in Rochester, New York. Interesting enough, today we see a new Gallup poll that says race relations are at a new low under President Obama. 35% of Americans say they worry a great deal about race relations. This has more than doubled since 2014. It's the highest since they began tracking this back in 2001. Would a President Donald Trump be able to improve race relations, or would they actually get worse? Joining me now, Pastor Mark Burns. Pastor Burns, thanks for joining me. You know, the narrative has been, for the most part, in the black community, at least amongst spokespeople in the black community, that Donald Trump doesn't necessarily like black people and he's going to make things a lot worse, although we heard that Obama was going to make things a lot better.
Absolutely. Well, you know, again, you're absolutely right. I think it's so important that as long as between race relationships, there are blacks against whites, whites are racist to blacks, and blacks are racist to whites. As long as that's the narrative that has been played out in America, then you're going to continue to have a divisive United States of America. You would think with an African-American sitting president that some of the outcries, such as some of the movements that are taking place right now, like the Black Lives Matter movement and other groups that are raising up, the new Black Panther Party movement, would not have taken place under a sitting black president, which leads me to believe that really racism is within the individual's heart and not within the policies of a government. Really, you as an individual, it is up to you to decide whether or not someone disliking me for the color of my skin, will that affect my future thinking and my decision makings, or will I overcome that, like Dr. Martin Luther King and those that fought during the civil rights movement to overcome where they were to where they were going to.
You know, for me, I think the problem, to be quite frank with you, it felt like the election of President Obama was a step toward that more perfect union with respect to being a colorblind nation. And I think the president himself has decided to fight a whole lot of battles of yesteryear, battles that were already decided, to open wounds that were already healing, and I think it's backfired miserably.
Well, absolutely. I mean, again, there's no question without a doubt that within the black community, and obviously I'm not speaking for all blacks, but there are a lot of chatter within the black community that have been completely dismayed and let down by the presidency of the first ever sitting black president, that you would think he would have been a unifier to bring people together, where Donald Trump coming at a different approach. And I said it yesterday, as you heard, that again, as long as we're focused on the color of our skin and not the content of the character, which Dr. Martin Luther King famously said that, then we will consistently have a divided nation. Donald Trump comes on the scene where he is saying, and this is what I've interpreted, there are no black people. That doesn't mean that there are no black people, meaning obviously I'm black, right? There are no white people, there are no Hispanic people, there are no Asian people. In other words, I'm not focusing on the colors that divide us. Let's focus on the colors that unite us, and that is the red, white, and blue, the United States of America.
So before I let you go, we're running out of time, but I do want to ask, why do you specifically think Donald Trump will be able to do that, particularly with the mainstream media and a lot of black leaders calling him, you know, a racist even before he gets an opportunity to show what he can do?
Well, again, there you go. It's all about the narrative of the media that's been played out. They take bits and pieces of sound bites of Donald Trump, and it plays to the media that, again, that keeps the rhetoric divisive. It gets people looking at the TV when you're saying a leading candidate of the Republican Party is a racist, is a bigot. It causes people to want to watch the TV when that is absolutely not the case at all with Donald Trump. I think if people just give him a moment. Go ahead. No,
I was going to say, no, I just wanted to thank you. We're running a little, we're sort of finishing with the time, but I do want to say thank you. I appreciate it, because it's really unfortunate, I think, that this poll is out, and I think America in general, it's not just race relations, but so many relations, we're falling apart. We do need a leader, and we appreciate you coming on the show this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you again real soon.